What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with another video. And in today's first video, we're going to take a look at Digibyte and see what it's doing on all the time frames. We're also going to look at the Bitcoin and Digibyte ratio to see if we can find any clues to see what Digibyte is going to do within the next couple weeks on that as well. But as we jump straight on into the daily chart here for Digibyte, we have a lot going on here. So have the RSI down here. We're going to look at that later on in this video. But we're going to start up here in this top part where the chart. So we could be in two possible patterns right now. We could just be in this giant symmetrical triangle, which is outlined by the two green lines. We've had support and resistance on this thing multiple times, in the past, right? And we've also had support on this thing. Once here, once here, once here, and once here. So you guys can see the symmetrical triangle that is there. And we also have this downwards channel that we could possibly be in. So two possible patterns we could be in. We have one that's a little bit longer, which is the symmetrical triangle. And we also have the downwards channel, right? Which could be a bull flag. And this could be a pennant, bull pennant that continues us higher, right? So we're getting to the apex of the triangle at about the beginning of February. So only about a little bit over a month away from the apex where we have to see a massive move from Digibyte very, very soon on the daily chart here, right? So we could just go back and forth on Digibyte in here until that time and go up or down and test maybe the bottom of this channel, right? Or we could just finally break out of this channel or bull flag and continue up to the upside, right? Or what we could do, guys, is we could just go up from here and blast right through. Obviously, that's possible as well. And I'm going to show you guys why I think we're going to be going up to the upside for Digibyte instead of the downside. So here, guys, if you look down here at the bottom where we have this is the daily RSI, guys, you guys can see we've had, since the start of this channel, right, we've had generally a downwards price action, right? But on the RSI, anyways, we're getting higher on the RSI, which is showing us bullish divergence, which shows us we're getting positive momentum, positive buying pressure, even though we're getting a downwards, price action. So it kind of gives us a little divergence and seeing we are making momentum to the upside, just not on the price yet, right? So the demand is going to come after the supply gets eaten up based on the RSI. So that's a clue that I have that we are going to go up to the upside, whether we're in the symmetrical triangle or this bull flag. Either way, I think we're going to break this by the end of January, probably bouncing around in here maybe for a couple more weeks until we eventually move up to the upside for Digibyte out of this massive symmetrical triangle or bull flag, whatever you want to call it. Either way, I think it's going to be bullish for Digibyte. So we're going to switch on over to the weekly chart here and talk about this little fractal that I have and also why we're in a very, very important and key position for Digibyte. So we have this green line that extends across here, right? Which was also our resistance back here in this little mini bear market, right? Our support here before we fell through it and capitulated, and our resistance over here in the bear market, right? And now what did we do, guys? We flipped our old resistance as new support, right? Which is the most bullish thing you guys can know that I always talk about in a bull market, right? Is flipping that old resistance as new support. And we actually just did that with Digibyte over the last couple months, right? And we're coming to kind of a little peculiar position. So before I talk about this price action up here, I want to go down and talk about the same thing down here. So you guys can see this bottom line down here in the last bear market. We had pretty much a similar important level, right? We had resistance back here in this bear market, right? And we had support here, resistance again before we finally broke through it. And for the most part, confirmed it as support back here before blasting up through it. Now you guys can see we're forming kind of a descending triangle here, which is typically a bearish pattern. Now, normally I would say there's a higher chance of going to the downside, but because we're in such bullish territory right now, and look at what happened in the last bull market, right? We had the similar thing where we had this obviously demand line here, and we formed this descending triangle as well, which could also be drawn as a bull flag, right? Or a a descending wedge, which bounced up to the upside. And you can draw pretty much the same thing on this price action here, where we're kind of forming this bull flag, or also a descending triangle, whatever way you want to look at it. Either way, I think we're going to go up to the upside, because you guys can see this one ended up breaking up to the upside, and we're forming something very, very similar on top of a very important support line again. So look for this to bounce in here. You guys can see the apex of this one is, all the way in May. I don't think it's going to last that long. This one down here broke out in March of 2017. So March of 2021 would make perfect sense for us to get a big, big move on the weekly chart out of this triangle, right? So, February, March, somewhere around that time, we looked at the daily and the weekly. February and March seems like a great time for Digibyte to really make its move up based on the daily and the weekly charts. You guys can see how similar these last two bull markets are playing out. We're getting a long consolidation period above this support line, just like we get a long consolidation above the support line back here in 2017. It's downwards, right? We're getting lower highs, but that didn't matter back in 2017. And that's not going to matter in 2021. We're going to see Bitcoin taking off, and the altcoins are going to follow it, right? We're going to see Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's going to have a massive Q1 of 2021. And then we're going to see altcoins have a massive Q2 of 2021, just like altcoins had a massive Q2 of 2017. You guys can see here. So expect for something, crazy to happen. Maybe not this parabolic. I'm not that much of a moon boy. I don't think it's going to get this parabolic, but expect to see a good, good sized chunk up before March for Digibyte here. Now we're going to take a quick look, guys, at the Digibyte Bitcoin pair and see if we can find any clues, about a possible reversal point. You guys can see, obviously, Digibyte is bleeding against Bitcoin, like many altcoins are doing right now. It's not a surprise. We're seeing many altcoins do the exact same thing, including Daddy King Ethereum. So, don't think that Digibyte's the only one on this. You guys can see we are getting support on this very, very important support line here. You guys can see this is our support line. A lot of confluence on this support line here. This is a very important line for us to possibly flip old resistance, right? We never came back down to retest it. Maybe we're coming back down to retest this when we round out, and that's when we continue up here. Like I said, throughout February and March, we can see altcoins pop off. Maybe that's just a support and resistance flip, or we could maybe come back down to make a double bottom, right, before rounding out here, right? Both are very, very similar, patterns in my opinion. We did make our bottom back here down in March. Maybe we need to make a double bottom before moving up. There's not much to pinpoint based on the last bull market down here, guys. The last bear market, you guys can see, was just pretty bare, right? It's pretty much a straight line, so not much to go off of there. But I did want to look at our possible support and resistances for this ratio, and those are the possible two, right? After down there, we're in Goblin Town, right? We don't want to go below these two, and I think those are the possible two reversal points. From where we are right now, Digibyte would have to bleed another 43% based on Bitcoin. That's going to be tough to do. That's a lot of value to lose. So I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. I think where we are right now could be a good reversal point. But I do think it's very likely that we do come back down and at least make a double bottom here, whether it's a quick wick or a nice rounded bottom, that we continue up and we actually blast off, just like I expect most altcoins to blast off in Q2 of 2021. Really big to the upside. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video on Digibyte. I haven't made a Digibyte video in a while, so I just wanted to bring you guys one. If you guys enjoyed today's video and you guys are new to my channel, make sure you press that subscribe button down below. I'd love to have you as a new subscriber and, make videos for you guys every single day. We'll be making if you guys are watching this one, I will be coming out with a Bitcoin video later on tonight, so look out for that one as well. I try my best to upload at least 2 videos per day, sometimes just one if I'm busy, at least one. But I try to upload 2 as many days as I can, as much as life lets me. So, like I said, guys, hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you guys in later's video.